I am over 35 years old, and by every standard of the word that society uses to define what a man is, I have failed. I failed at becoming successful. I failed at this YouTube channel. I have failed at building wealth. I failed at even building respectable adult income. I failed at relationships, failed at finding a partner, I failed at being able to afford a house, have a kid. Maybe most importantly, I failed at being a mentally healthy adult male. Okay, we got this. I'm sitting here with 505,000 subscribers. And the reality is I am very nearly broke. And even when I make a little bit of money, I end up nearly broke. I deal with depression every single day, to differing amounts, but every single day. And I basically got to start over from nothing. This isn't out of nowhere, by the way. This is influenced by the new year, it's 2026. And I just looked up and looked at myself and said, man, what the are you doing with your life? What are you doing, man? 2026, what are you doing? How are you in any way better than you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago? How are you broke 6 years ago and then you find yourself broke again 6 years from when you were broke? How does that happen? And I've always said this. I've always said this to myself when thinking about people. And I would say it to people from time to time if they ever wanted to have that conversation with me. But for example, I grew up and a lot of the people that I hung out with, either in high school, after high school, whatever, they were overweight. And they had been overweight since high school. And when they would talk to me about, I'm overweight, I want to lose weight, I would say to them, you've been overweight since high school. That was more than 10 years ago. That's a choice. You can lose 100 pounds in a year if you really wanted to. Being overweight for 10 plus years is a choice. And then I would think to myself, like, how do some people stay a certain way for 10 years? And then I think, that's me. That's literally me with money. How do you remain a person who always finds himself broke for more than 10 years? How do you do that? And how do you survive doing that? As I was saying, this is not a random video. The new year brings on these kinds of thoughts, and this new year really hit me hard. The lows that I normally exist in, they got a lot lower going into this new year for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just time, but I got really low. And in my low moments, if I'm not just sitting there letting the waves wash over me, I make plans to do better. I make plans to do better. I make plans to come out of it, right? Because I don't want to stay there. And I have made plans for the YouTube channel, for the Twitch account, for how I'm going to make money. And I have this whole content calendar on my computer. And the first video was supposed to go out January 2nd. I'm filming this on January 10th. I literally have been so in my head about just life in general that it took me 8 days to get in front of a camera and shoot this video and eventually edit it and post it. It took 8 days. So I started off the year doing the things that got me to the point where I feel like there's no point. And that's something that plays in my head all the time. I hate it. It's a voice that plays in my head. It's what's the point? 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 Post another video. What's the point? You got 500,000 followers. You're going to get 300 views on this video. What's the point? Twitch account. What's the point? Right? It's doing okay. It's doing okay for a smaller account, but what's the point? What's the point? And I hate it because that's one of the worst things you can say to yourself. And I know it, but I can't not hear it. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. I think a lot about how I got here. I think about it a lot. I used to write about it. I'll see if I can go in my old journals and maybe it'll paint the picture for how long I've been dealing with this kind of thing. And that's only going to make me feel worse because I guarantee you I'm going to look at some of my old New Year's resolutions and it's going to say, make a lot of money, become a millionaire. Still haven't done it. But I think a lot about how I've gotten here. I went from being this kid who was full of life, man, and just smiles and I was just happy, bro. I was just happy. But yeah, I was just happy, man. I was smiling, I was playing, I was having fun.
See, this is exactly what it is, right? Every action, every decision you make has a critical, very critical, because you have to be strategic with every action you do. You can't overthink shit. You just got to do it. No matter if it sucks, do it even when it sucks. No matter if you're embarrassed, do it when even you're embarrassed. Bro, you can't say, what's the point? Ain't no what's the fucking point. The point is the purpose. This is what you want to do, then you fucking do it. Ain't no what's the point. Kill that voice. Destroy it. Action, 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 action. Outrun that voice. Do more. Do it when you tired. Do it when you upset. Do it when just shit is just falling out of. Do it. Just do it. Just do it, bro. He's 30, bro. He's 30 something. I ain't fully here exactly, but he said he was 30 something, bro. He had all these big goals, all these big dreams. Every New Year, he put down all his goals of what he was gonna do, and he never accomplished it. That's 365 days. 365 opportunities that he had to make that goal become a reality. And the worst part about regret, you can't blame nobody but yourself. You put yourself there. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Every action, every waking hour, you had a choice. Everybody got a choice. Every waking hour, you have a choice. And what choice did he continue on to do? Was to put it to the side. 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 And now you look over there and it's a big ass monster looking at you like, this is what you could have been. But you didn't do it. This is what you could have been, but you didn't do it. Everybody know that everybody know this, bro. I'm 23 years old and everybody know this. You are where you at in life because either the decision making you did, your choices determine your destination in your life in the next 5 years. So whatever you do right now have a cause and effect. Prime example, you know you're supposed to sacrifice going out on Saturday to work on your school or to work on your business or to work on something else that's going to benefit you in the future. You have a choice. Go out with your friends or stay home and grind and build more stuff. Have two choices. One is a risk factor. You can go out, go party with your friends, get drunk, hop in a car. Anything can happen. You can get drugged. You can get shot up. Anything can happen in that standpoint. But if you stay home, work on your business, do anything else, there's a positive. It's always a positive and a negative as soon as you wake up in life, bro. When you wake up, you either can choose the alarm, hit snooze, and go back to sleep, or you can say, okay, I'm up. Always a positive and a negative. And this man chose, from his result, he chose negative. And now his future self have to deal with that consequence. His future self have to deal with the consequences that his younger self put himself in. So now we're in the future. He's 30. Now he's reflecting back on what happened. All the times he had, all the opportunities he had to become successful, to become strong, to become greater. He was eating them up because he never took the chance to actually go thrive and go do it. Now he got to start over from scratch. And starting over from scratch, bro, that weighs a ton. It weighs a ton. Because now it's like this, and this is exactly why I come to this, bro. Because it's like people don't understand. Because people are not willing to listen to this knowledge because they want to run away from it. They don't want to face the truth. They don't want to face the truth. But bro, the truth is in the pudding. It's there. But they just keep running away from it. And by them keep running away from it, they're going to be the same exact person as this guy right here. 500k subscribers. 505k subscribers. How? Yeah, I don't have no judge because listen, sometimes people don't get it right away. Sometimes it takes time for people to get it. Trials and tribulations, they have to go through things in order to understand, oh snap. You know, sometimes people get it at 40, sometimes people get it at 50. But by the time at 50, it's already too late. You already wasted all those years. And this is exactly why I say time is currency, bro. It's currency. It's money. However you spend your currency and your money, depending on what you do with those 5 years, determine where you're going to be at after those 5 years are up. So if you're not a millionaire and you told yourself you was going to be a millionaire and you're not, that's your fault. If you told yourself you was going to buy that new car and you don't have enough money to get that new car, but you really want it, and you didn't sacrifice those hours to get to work real hard to build up that type of wealth to get that car, that's your fault. Nobody else's fault but your fault. You got to hold yourself accountable, bro. Everybody got to hold themselves accountable. Regardless of everything else. You have to hold yourself accountable. You didn't clock in on time. You didn't do anything on time. That's your fault. Now, I had to do this. You should have prevented that from happening. That's your fault. Bro, the destination that I'm at in my life right now is my fault. I'm 23 years old, bro. I understand this, bro. I listen. I observe. Come on, man. We got to do better, bro. We have to do better. We got to do better. We have to do better, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, regardless of everybody else, regardless of your friends, regardless of your family members, regardless of everybody else, you're going to have to rely on yourself. Once shit hit the fan, you gonna have to rely on yourself. Point blank and period, bro. That's for any man that's out there. Women, they have it easy, bro. They have it easy. But men, bro, we have it hard, bro. We got it hard and we gotta grind, bro. We have to grind. We can't outrun the work. We can't take the easy route, bro. We have to go through the mud, bro. We have to build this shit up. That's facts. And we have to keep going. Keep going. Keep hustling. Keep hustling. Keep hustling. Keep hustling. Can't stop, bro. You gotta work 7 days out the week. Can't stop. The moment you stop, everything gonna fall. You gotta keep going, bro. It's a reputation. It's ridiculous, man. I feel bad for this guy, man. I really do. But, bro, he's still young, though, you know? It's just that's a decade. That decade, bro. That time frame, bro. Like, that's a full decade. That's a decade to be invested into something better, to make you greater. A decade. Bro. Some people can't even get that back. You can't get time back. That's a decade, bro. I feel bad for this guy, bro. God bless him, man. But listen, sitting here and complaining about it and not taking action, it's not gonna solve anything, bro. You're at this point, you're just complaining. You're not putting anything, no systems aligned. You have to take action right away. Fuck what everybody else think. Everybody gonna have their own thoughts, bro. Forget them. Forget them. Focus on right now. Focus on what need to be done. Set deadlines, schedules, whatever you need to do in order to become successful. If you got people around your circle and they not allowing you to become successful, then you cut them off, bro. Regardless of everything else, you cut them off and you're focused on your grind. You're on our grind, 24/7, 7 days out the week. Focus, locked in. Right now, he don't need to be focusing on no women. He don't need to be focusing on nothing but strictly work. If it's not about work, what he really need to be doing, bro, is putting in 90 hours a week. Work, eat, sleep. Work, eat, sleep. 7 days out the week in order to get this shit back in order. He don't need to be focusing on kids right now. He like he don't have any kids. No, that's good. He's already in a good pudding. What he need to do now is just focus on work. That's all you need to do, bro. You already have 505K subscribers, bro. You're already there. Just gotta focus on his work, man. No more distractions. No more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. This is a devastating situation, bro, and I feel bad for this guy. Oh, he's actually 35 years old, and he called himself like. You see, it's the power of the tongue, bro. He called himself. He said, "I'm a broke 35-year-old loser." And he set a high standard for himself. $1 million by 2027. I'm not saying that is not possible. But, bro, you have to make sure your work ethic is crazy. Like, I wish dude the best, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, bro. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm out of here, man. This is ridiculous. I'm out of here. Peace.